Good morning. Today we're checking out the XRP price action, some Velo data, liquidity, and the Sigma coin. All right, so what are we doing here today? We got up to our expected measured move where we would actually have a potential rejection area, which was this equal 1 level. Now, we did get above it for a while, but then we couldn't sustain it. We actually lost and took back a majority of this move. But there's still a chance that this is actually a bullish continuation of our price action. And so we have a potential count that's in play right now where we have a initial larger degree wave 1, 2, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is going to be our fifth wave taking us up to the 160, 1.618 or 262 roughly for the price action. Maybe another small move, and then one more, kind of break out here over off to the side for a fifth wave that could even potentially take us up into this level. So this is still a valid count. So at this point, what we're looking for is we do not want to see this 2.73 level to be actually taken out, because that's the origin of our wave 3. So we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within this wave 3, and we would be expecting a continuation move like so. So we got, let's do this real fast. There you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this would be our lesser degree fifth with 5 waves within wave 3. So this could just be a really nasty aggressive wave 4, taking back a majority of what we have going on here, and then continuing onward and upward to finish that fifth wave into the 261, and then correction, and then maybe one more push higher for a smaller, move up to 267. So that's kind of what I'm expecting at this point in time. That's kind of where I'm leaning. Momentum-wise and everything else, it looks like it could also have an alternative count where we do continue rolling over, and this was just a larger fourth wave. But the way the structure is played out here doesn't make me think so, just because if this was going to be a fourth wave or a fifth continuation to the downside and then a move out of here, that was going to be definitely done by now, but I don't see it yet. So anyway, so that's kind of the view of how I'm looking at it, is that we might have a news narrative, quick squeeze, pop back up to this level and go there. Well, let's look in the background. So Velo data, we had a massive increase in open interest, which led to this huge increase in the price action. Big distribution over the top here, and then a breakdown to this level, and this ultimately closed out a majority of the longs, because you can now see almost everybody's short again. And we've actually had an increase in the price action here on the open interest itself. So, and it's short. So this is a good example of a short squeeze potential setup. And here is the liquidity on the 2-day, which takes us back up potentially all the way to the top of this range, pushing us into this 261 region of demand to sweep back into those longs for the fifth wave. I'm sorry, for those shorts and for the fifth wave here. And on our even shorter time frames in the 12-hour, we can actually see that there's been a lot of stacking that's been happening all the way up to that high demand liquidity that's showing up, but it's over here, so you can't see it yet. So that's ultimately leading me to believe that when we look at this larger fourth here for the structure, we're actually instead looking at a flat. So what we ended up potentially doing here was a, let's go to a shorter time frame so you can see it. So we go to the price action here, and we have an ABC down, and then an ABC up, and then a 5-wave move to the downside. So we actually can show this as the completion of the move here, and then there's this ABC that shows up here, okay? And then we have another ABC that comes into play right here, okay? Now, this final flat scenario would be a fourth wave, giving us a flat of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth wave completion. So the idea being that we would now be able to see this actually continue out of here, break out, and push back up into the 262 level, which the Velo data shows most people are short, which would be the short squeeze, and the liquidity can easily see us moving through into that 260, especially on the 2-day 48-hour chart with all that demand right up here at this 260. Look at that. They want it. They want it. So yes, that's kind of how I'm thinking our overall count is here. Sigma coin, just kind of grinding on its normal thing. 3 days, just a steady grind, moving upwards. Nothing major to report in today, just with the back test. But if we do get a pop in price action, I could see us moving back up into this region here, and maybe some demand and buying could step in. As you've seen, we've already gotten more with it, and we've maintained our million market cap, even with the drawdown in the overall XRP price action. So I'm expecting Sigma to just to continue to perform. 3 days just looking good here. Daily, I believe, is overdone. Yeah, close to it. So we'll probably just kind of coast for a little bit, kind of like we did over here. And then we're just going to just do this forever zigzag thing until everybody is ready to go. So anyways, that's my thoughts. I'm thinking this is a fourth wave fake out of everybody getting wrong-footed yet again for this larger move. And when we zoom out, this is kind of the thoughts on where we're going to end up going. So if we grab this minor degree, get rid of it, get rid of our flat here, and our then we ultimately kind of have this larger corrective structure here in play. The idea being that we finish up our third here, then we come back down, we back test for the fourth, again, probably right about there, and then we finish our fifth up into this region. But then we've got to go back in and do it all over again. So that gets everybody excited. We're back up at the top of the range. Everyone's like, yes, we did this. And then we end up having another larger ABC structure back down, all the way down to 216. Then that's our wave one, wave two completion. So be ready for a lot of, zooming out, thinking larger in the way that this structure can play. And this top may crest for a while before it ends up coming back down again. So basically opportunity, sell, buy, go. So all right, that's the plan of attack, and that's what I'm expecting here today. Invalidation for this move is if we lose the wave one level, which is going to be the 2.37. So if we can hold above that and continue higher, then away we go. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll check in tomorrow.